Welcome aboard. Y'all on my I took this shit over for the day.
Yo, what's good, man? You already know what it is. It's your boy Tev back at it again with another video for y'all. Today is going to be another vinyl collection video for you in the form of a review. So if you guys like this video, man, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Other than that, man, let's go ahead and get into the actual video, man. Let's get it.
What's the word? Yeah.
Yo, what I need y'all to do is smash that like and subscribe button for that fire ass intro that y'all just seen there. But here we got it here, man. My favorite Joey record, 1999 on the official pressing. This is actually the 10th year anniversary edition, so very glad to have this in hand. I had another pressing, but it was the unofficial copy, so really great to actually have this on one official pressing. You know what I'm saying? I got this particular copy off of Tough Kong Records website. It was a pre-order, I'm pretty sure, you know what I'm saying, but it came in the mail pretty quickly, you know what I'm saying? Definitely came faster than Tana Talk 4 Empire. Taking forever to sit here and send Tana Talk 4 to everybody. You might want to get your life straight, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, the quality control on this pressing is great. There's nothing wrong with my jacket. I have no nicks or seam splits on it. And the artwork on here on the jacket isn't blurry or distorted, so very great to have in hand, you know what I'm saying? The record itself was also in great condition. It came in a tan record with a purple swirl effect right in the middle, as you guys can see here. I personally would have liked to see a black pressing, all black, but at this point, just having an official copy is enough for me. I'm not gonna have complaints. Once again, it got to my house with no damage or warping, and of course I cleaned it as soon as I took it out of the jacket, and it had zero skips or playback issues. The record's running at 33 RPM and the audio is amazing on here, you know what I'm saying, with no distortions or anything like that. So I have zero complaints, you know what I'm saying. Quick shouts out to my guy Alchemist for sending over the slip mats, you know what I'm saying. If you guys want to have me do a separate video on my current setup just to let you guys see what I actually am running, just let me know in the comment section down below, man. I got a lot of people asking me about what I'm actually running to play my records. So many of you may not know Joey Badass is one of my favorite artists. He comes from Brooklyn, New York, and also comes from a collective called Pro Era that has a few members in there. Nick Caution, Kirk Knight, Chuck Strangers, and a lot of other members that are in that Pro Era collective. And they also came together to form Beast Coast, which is Flatbush Zombies, the Underachievers, and Pro Era collectively together. But this particular album ended up being one of the reasons why, you know, I started looking more into underground rap. I was, whenever you kind of looking at like Kendrick Lamar and stuff like that, because his music still wasn't that mainstream back then. But this is what started kind of getting me into that underground type of rap, you know what I'm saying? 1999 was Joey's debut mixtape that came out in summer of 2012. It was comprised of 15 tracks and ran a little bit over an hour. But for me, it wasn't anything to where it seemed like it was way too long or anything like that, even though the track list is a little bit lengthy. This is before the time of, you know, people making really short, small EPs and projects comprising of 10 tracks or less. So it's good to see this type of work ethic within somebody that was so young at the time. Speaking of young, the main reason why I think this is very impressive for Joey at the time is because he was 17 years old making an album such as this. Basically the Kickstarter for his actual collective Pro Era to start, you know, sending out their own debut mixtapes together or their own solos. The beats and samples that were used on here are nothing short of amazing. It literally sounds like he pulled it straight off of a 90s hip-hop mixtape. But you can definitely feel all the influences throughout a lot of these tracks that are on here, but at the same time it still feels very modern on here. The beats and the atmosphere, the way that it feels, definitely kind of gives homage back to that 90s hip-hop feel, but the subject matter definitely kind of relates more to that era of the 2010s. And the samples and beats that were used on here all range from, you know, different eras of not only hip-hop and rap, but also a lot of jazz inspiration and stuff like that. So you're getting a lot of feel from things like Mobb Deep, Nas, MF Doom, to, you know, people like the Isley Brothers on here. Joey's rapping ability on here for a 17-year-old is really great on here, man. Has a lot of double entendre work that's used, as well as his flows and cadences that he uses on here. Some of the instrumentals used on here kind of influence the way that he raps on certain tracks. Certain songs where it has more of that MF Doom type beat or MF Doom type feel is where you would see him kind of rap a little bit more like that same influence that he's using on that beat. Others, you can definitely feel that he has his own style and his own charisma, his own flow to it. Not to say that on some of these he's like a carbon copy of MF Doom and stuff like that, but you can definitely hear the influence of the way that he raps on specific tracks on this album. The overall features on here fit like a glove on specific instrumentals on here, so they were placed really great throughout this entire project wherever they were placed. For example, from the Tombs, Chuck Stranger's definitely fit that instrumental perfectly on there, or even like on Survival Tactics, Capital Steez. I feel like there would be no other replacement for these features that were put on these specific tracks. But all the features were great. CJ Fly, Chuck Strangers, Kirk Knight, Capital Steez, they all did a great job. And of course, all the actual members on the very last track on the album. I'm not gonna break down every song on this album, but I will tell you my favorite tracks on this entire mixtape that's on here. You know what I'm saying? Waves, such a great track on here, man. The beat was pulled from Freddie Joachim's Waves. If you guys look that up, man, it was literally a beat that was just pulled straight over to this actual mixtape. Waves is one of the opening tracks on the album, and it's really great as far as atmosphere and subject matter, with him talking about, you know, the struggles that he is going through and him trying to, you know, pretty much grow up in the area that he's in. You know, going from just trying to make ends meet with his mom to trying to figure out what he's going to do next in life. Survival Tactics is definitely my favorite track on this entire album. Just going to show you that dynamic between student and teacher with Capital Steez and Joey Badass on here. The beat was pulled directly from Styles of Beyond Survival Tactics, but I feel like I like this iteration of what they did to this actual beat. Capital Steez talking about leaving instrumentals blue and black. I'm in Marty McFly mode, so tell them that the future's back. Riding on hoverboards, wiping out motherboards. So I spitting fire cause my motherfucking lung is scorched. King Arthur when he swung a sword. A King Arthur, I didn't even use a pen in like a month before. Classic shit, classic sound with Capital Steez and Joey Badass on this track, man. Rest in peace to Capital Steez for sure. Then you have Hard Knock with CJ Fly, man. The instrumental, the hard hitting drums with the saxophone, definitely giving you that De La Soul type of feel, and it kind of slows down a lot more from the previous instrumentals. The samples used on here from Lewis Park's Eyes of Dreams, Nas's The World Is Yours, and Mobb Deep's Shook Ones Part 2, and you could definitely feel that influence from Nas on here. Now, Daily Routine is another one of my favorite tracks on here, man. Definitely giving you that good kid in a Mad City type feel. Definitely has some great wordplay on here. There was a line on here where he talked about selling his shoes for a new mic. I guess that's basically like selling your soul for a new life. And then Righteous Mind is another great example of Joey's lyrical ability on here. Saying, I never knew the world can be this cold. Only time I seen a nigga die was playing a role, but now niggas get their soul stole so often. But he's basically just talking about all the adversity that you have to sit here and deal with, all the outside influences that you have to deal with, and even if you're trying to be righteous and do the right thing, at the end of the day, in this specific time frame and era, you can still end up dead somewhere, even if you're trying to do the right thing. But overall, I love this album, man. I think, honestly, I could say that it is a certified classic as of right now. And I can arguably say that Joey Badass is one of the artists that started this whole entire resurgence of hip-hop as far as like trying to bring in the old school into the new era. Great instrumentals, great features, and for the time, literally his rapping ability is pretty much unmatched at the time. You know what I'm saying? That entire time, that entire era in the 2010s of, you know, that underground rap resurgence, it was just a great era. You know what I'm saying? Great to get like people like A$AP Rocky, Joey Badass, and Kendrick Lamar all on one track with, you know, One Train. Like I said before, for me, this is a certified classic, and I am very happy to have this album on wax in my collection. What do you guys think about this album, man? Do you guys like it? Do you not? Do you think it's a certified classic? What's your favorite joint on this actual album? Let us know in the comment section down below. Other than that, man, it's your boy Tev. I'll catch y'all in the next video, man. I'm up out of here. Peace.